Okie doke, 5-minute dinner on. I've got water boiling here. I'm just gonna make up what I call like a crispy garlic pasta. Probably throw in a little olive oil, so stick with me and let's see what comes of it. I order my pasta from samsclub.com. It's gluten-free and I like the ingredients and I like that it doesn't have corn in it. How much am I cooking? So, and I get them from samsclub.com. When I put them in, I bring it up to a boil really quickly, and then you want to sort through it afterwards. Okay. I'm cooked. Oh, and so vegetables I have on hand: frozen spinach, bell peppers. Who doesn't have bell peppers? You guys always have bell peppers on hand for whatever reason. I did. They need to be used up and eaten. So chop these away. The garlic, I use the edge of this slicer for. You can also just use a knife. But you can see here that I wanted them to be super thin. That way they get crispy. We're gonna literally like fry the, whatever that's called, garlic, to get it crispified. When I cook my noodles, I put about a tablespoon of sea salt, Himalayan sea salt. Remember that when you're home cooking, you are in charge of giving your body enough sodium. And a healthy way is through your Himalayan sea salt. Another one of my favorites is Celtic sea salt. It's like as dry as you can get. When I go to Maui, I have an amazing leader who gifts me with sea salt from the Hawaiian Islands. All right, keep that boiling. This cooks probably about 10 to 12 minutes. I like it al dente. With one thing I've learned with gluten-free pasta, if you let it cook too long, let's turn the light on. If you let it cook too long, it mushes together and just kind of disintegrates and falls apart. We don't want that. I am going to cook the pasta. And then after it's cooked, I'll drain most of it, and then I'll cook the spinach in that. So let's begin this part. Plenty of olive oil. This is like your base. So I'm probably putting, a fourth a cup, if not to a half a cup of olive oil. And that's what we want to get nice and warm. Again, one place where people say they're not good cooks is because they're afraid to use the spices. I'm going to throw a little salt and pepper in there. I'm wanting, I think, a little bit of wine flavor, but maybe I'll do that after. I'm thinking we'll turn this maybe even into like a wine butter sauce. Marsala, just based off the smell. Has kind of like a citrusy-ish. It's like a really sweet grape. Maybe I don't. I'm trying to imagine this flavor. I don't drink wine, so way too sweet. Sherry is out. Let's see what a Pinot Gris. Okay, so we're between the Pinot and the marsala. This is like when I phoned my dad. But I'm recording, so I can't. It's okay, we're gonna go with marsala, my original. Wish me luck, folks, wish me luck. Alright. Those are sauteed up enough. Alright, here goes the garlic, and we're gonna literally get them all nice and crispy. So I learned this at my dad's restaurant. There was a chef there. It was in between hours, so like either right before the lunch rush or right after, and I wasn't feeling well. So he thinly sliced, even thinner than what I did. I mean like sliver thin, thinly sliced this up, sauteed it up, threw the pasta in it, and it was delicious. But as you're getting them crispy, you gotta like crisp them and you like kind of flip them because you're kind of like frying up some cheese. As you're cooking this, all that delicious flavor of garlic is gonna saute. You have that, like the olive oil, butter, little marsala. That's gonna be the sauce that smothers the pasta. I was gonna try and use a fancy word, but I know better than to use that. All right, clean up as we go. Okay, we are so done. Probably about 1/4 of a cup. So I decided to put the spinach in here. It wasn't going to react because you don't want to burn the garlic, and it happens pretty quickly. So I needed to cool the olive oil down, and what better way to do it than to put frozen spinach on. Okay, gonna put. We have spinach going on, so I'm gonna season this with some lemon pepper. Let's see how much. Probably about a teaspoon. And then some. You can also just use pepper and some fresh lemon. This is easier to grab. Now as the spinach thaws, it should create a little bit of juice, and then we'll just put a little bit of juice from that in here, and hopefully this will all come together. That's how I cook most of the time. Hopefully this tastes good. Hopefully what I envision it's going to taste like comes together. And when it doesn't, luckily my family still grins and eats it anyway. I'm not as courteous though, would you say? Like if Joey did something, I need to be more forgiving because I'm like, nope, this needs, whereas he's so gracious, he just eats it.
Yummy.
All right. Now leave some of the water in there because that's going to be part of your sauce. You do that because it has some of the starches from the noodles. And you just need a little bit. So, I don't know, can you guys see? You don't want too much, you don't want it to turn watery. I'd say there's probably about, for our family, it's probably about 1/4 of a cup, if not a 1/2 a cup of water left in there to combine with this mixture when it's done cooking, which will help it coat and cover all the pasta. One of my favorite kitchen tools, this right here, for garlic, you put the garlic in there, and you go whoop, 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 and the garlic comes out whole, shelled, whatever you call it. Now we're gonna dump this all into here. Moment of truth. awesome about recording is I make videos all the time and people say, how do you make it? And I go, I don't know, a dash of this and throw that. And what I do is when I go make the YouTube videos for you guys, is I literally make note of like what I'm speaking and watching how much. So I'm actually able to create recipes now that I'm recording these for you. So, multi-purpose. Okay, I think we're ready to plate up. I'm just gonna let this boil. That's why you wanna especially make sure that your noodles are extra on the al dente side so that they have this, 10 minutes of cooking, simmering down and condensing down. I probably use a little too much liquid from here, so be sure to stick to just 1/4 of a cup if you're making a batch this big for a family. I feed 7 people. So here's my little tip there. It is delicious, and I look forward to feeding you incredibly healthy, delicious food one day.